I was reading
Here we are. Hold on.
We're back. Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, and we start this morning with a fire as we go to S.L. Wilson Road. The 4900 block firefighters have just arrived on the scene. They're there to put this out. It could be an abandoned structure. We're not real sure at this point. Hopefully we'll hear more in just a little bit. But if you heard sirens in your area, that's what that was about.
That'll do it. So, yeah, I hope everybody stays safe in that area. So if you're in that area, just be careful. There's be a lot of cars, trucks in that area. So
that's right off of Highway 19, isn't it? If I'm not, S.L. Wilson, isn't it? Isn't that right?
I'm trying to sit here and think if it's up
I thought
19
so.
north or up 19. But you know what? We can find out.
I thought it was up Highway 19 north. I'll just figure it out. You going to look it up there?
Yeah, I'll look it up and see.
The anticipation kills us.
Yeah, it does. I'm thinking.
Well,
see if somebody may.
Well,
I'm hitting the wrong dead gum button.
I could look it up if you want me to.
Here we go.
All right. All right. As we'll find that in a minute as we get this going this morning. As you go, several accidents happened yesterday that we'll be talking about. We'll fill you in on all of that. It is 19 South. Clark said. Thank you, Clark. We appreciate that. It is 19 South.
Off 19 South. Yeah.
Sue.
We got Wilson Road out this way.
Yeah, that's Wilson Road. That's SL. Correct. So now we're on it there. Wiley knew it as well. And, boy, I'm telling you, we got some people that they know this. Boy, everybody did. Look at our list up here. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Goldie Hawn says she just doesn't feel comfortable, well, in California. Everywhere she goes, she has to have a bodyguard. I don't blame her one bit.
Well, no.
It has reached that point. If you're people approach, you know how that is.
But here's my question.
Yeah.
Are you in support of gun control? Because you can't have that thought of I need a security guard.
Because they tow.
If I'm for gun control.
Now, we've had politicians that were against, and it was vice versa, so to speak. You know what I mean by that, don't you?
I mean, you know the proper gun control, don't you? You always use two hands.
Absolutely. That handles things.
That's gun control.
Texas, this is new. This is where I worry about y'all running off to these foreign countries in these ports and you jump in a jacuzzi. How do you say it? Jacuzzi?
A jacuzzi.
A jacuzzi. Man and his wife done that on vacation in Mexico, and guess what happened? He's dead. She's got some major burns. He was electrocuted, died in it. And I've heard about this what is this fungus where people get in other people's jacuzzis and get this flesh-eating?
Now you can go to the ocean and get a flesh-eating.
Well, I worked with someone years ago that their husband got in one at a major chain and got that and died.
Now, I've heard of getting toe jam.
I'm going to leave that alone because there ain't no telling what's coming.
Well, no, I'm just saying, athlete's foot. You get athlete's foot, stuff like that.
Yeah. The showers, you can get it from there.
Yeah.
Okay. But the things that we learned. Well, there you go. Let's see here. We were talking about coroners before we went on. Colorado, if you're an elected official, you're an elected official. You got to do your job. Mm-hmm. Old boy there's the corner. He just said, well, look, I've worked 20 hours. I ain't picking up no more. Refused to go to a scene to handle the situation. Now, how long are you going to be coroner and not do your job, Odie?
So you're an elected, or at least we are here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about Colorado.
And I'm pretty sure that's there.
You would think.
Unless he's a deputy that could be appointed. You've got here And it's probably there too. You got set pay scale.
But here's the way I look at that. Regardless of what goes on with that, it's somebody that's deceased, and that needs to be handled. Regardless, you work that out later behind closed doors.
Well, I mean, you accepted the job.
That's right. That's right.
So who cares if you don't like it? Quit. Oh, you was elected? Well, tough. You begged for the job.
They took down some activists. This happens every year. I think it's been going on since 1909, where the Republicans and the Democrats go play a game of baseball, the congressional game in Washington. They had about 8 of them that jumped the fence that thought they were going to storm it, make a scene. They had the popo there, and they were met quickly and tackled and taken down and arrested.
Well, we had a congressman shot a few years ago.
Sure did.
At that ball game.
It's always something weird. It's highly got security, but they didn't make it but a few feet. And so girl, she jumped, and it was like a freight train. It was like being on an NFL field. Took them down there. Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. 62 as you wake up. We'd love to have your birthday, your anniversary, whatever you've got going on in your world that's special to you. We'll tell about that a little bit later on and give away a coffee mug from the good folks there from Hyundai of Meridian. That's coming up later in the show today.
Per Google, Oklahoma's coroners are not elected. That was Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado. Yeah.
But still,
appointed there in Oklahoma, I guess.
Well,
yeah, we'll learn more about that on the way. We'll talk about a few of the things that went on overnight, things that are going on. That's next. And your opinion on a subject, I want that. We'll ask you about this next for Scotty Ray and Odie.
I'm Alan Hunt at Meridian Cycles, and let me tell you about some of the great deals we have this month. We have up to $3,000 rebates on side-by-sides. We have up to $1,000 rebates on four-wheelers, as well as 0% interest. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North right here in Meridian, or give us a call at 601-485-8700. Ask for Alan or Mike Boswell. We'll be glad to help you. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, and it says Colorado is an elected coroner state. So you got to do your job, in our opinion. This is what I wanted your opinion on this. I have never gotten a clear answer from anybody from the city on this. I've heard both ways, so I don't know what the laws are regarding this in Meridian. But every so often, this group appears back on Highway 39, and they start collecting money from the intersection. And I didn't think that you could do it. But again, I have not officially gotten a word from an elected official or city official, police, if they can do this. But this was the scene yesterday, Highway 39. If it's the same bunch, and it looked just like them, it's a church claims they're from out of town that shows up with buckets and stops traffic.
And they're not really a church or something.
Right. Yeah. They call it,
and,
but
yeah.
And they collect money. And they were on all sides of the interstate here. Not the interstate, but Highway 39 at North Hill Street yesterday.
There's an ordinance against that.
That's what I thought. But I can't get anybody to say, yes, it is, and that's against the law, and they can be arrested for that.
Well, we'll go out there next week and hold us some buckets out.
Put a Scotty Ray and Odie bucket. Help support the cause.
If you don't throw them off, you better not throw us off.
That's true, and they were not removed. Now, I know in the past people have called. I don't think anything's ever been done.
No, they've never been asked to leave or told to leave. But, yeah, unless they've approached the council and asked permission, there is a ordinance against that.
So who could, on paper, and you might not even know this, who can I ask that has the answer to this? Who is the elected official that knows the answer to this? Who is it in the city of Meridian that knows this, if this is legal or not? Would that be the mayor's office?
Yeah.
Well, the city council, would they know, or do they know the laws? Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing the city council would have to do is maybe if they were to come up there and ask if they could do this, and
You have to
get
have a permit for anything
You
that
got to
you
have
do.
a permit. Now you've got. Now I tell you can go talk to Craig Hitt.
Craig?
He got to know.
All right, well, we'll talk to Craig. I'll call Craig in a little bit after we get off, and we'll tell you what we find out tomorrow. Because I want to answer to that, yes or no. Because if it's not, I don't think people.
There is a city attorney, and but I don't think he works full time. That's a good point, Ashley. But I don't think he works there full time. So I don't know how easy it would be to get in touch with him.
But you're right, Odie. If one is not removed, you can't ask anybody to remove. Now, I know in small towns it's done occasionally with fire departments, but that's approved. But this is not the fire department. This is somebody from out of town taking money from.
I'd like to see, if this is allowed for an out-of-town church to come in, I'd like to see every single one of our local churches go out to that street corner once a week.
Yeah.
And, hey, grab a couple dollars.
So we'll let you know what we find out about this. Last night, it was getting late. I want to say it was 9 o'clock when the call came out that someone had been hurt in an accident, Odie. This would be 8th Street. A motorcycle was hit by a car. And as we go here, this was right up from Wendy's. You see Wendy's here in the picture. The police blocking this. He's already been taken to the hospital in this picture. I don't want anybody to think that I'm, as you look at this, and some folks are working on his motorcycle trying to get it out of the road. As we come across here, police on scene, and the car was drivable. The side of it was gone. He drove it away, but he got banged up pretty bad after being hit by the car, which always remember, it's hard to see motorcycles sometimes. Check your mirrors. Now, I got to admit something.
Uh-oh.
I like to caused an accident yesterday. I mean, point blank.
Scotty Ray!
No. Y'all, it's going to... And then I got instant karma about 2 hours later for what I did, somebody did to me. And it was just one of those things. Highway 39, where a commercial bank is. Mm-hmm. All right, you come up there, it's got the yield sign. I come up to the yield sign, and I look, and I don't see nothing. I thought I didn't see nothing. And you know how you start easing into the lane?
Yeah.
And then I saw in that left mirror a chrome grill bigger than my Tahoe, which was an 18-wheeler. And so I jerked it to the ditch. He jerked it. And it was close. And that was my fault. I did not see him.
I just want to know, would you have reported that wreck?
Absolutely, I would have. If I could have. But it was that close. I don't know whether, your pillar, when you look back in between your
that
drivers.
big post right there.
I don't know if that blocked it, but I never saw that truck. And it was close. And I went off that concrete that they've got there by Commercial Bank. I ran up on it on the grass, and then we both got back into the lane of travel. But it would have been my fault. Later in the day, where had I been? Up Highway 45 to something, and I was coming back to Marion. I forget why I was up there, but I was over there. And the on-ramp, if you're getting off Highway 45, the loop underneath the bridge at Marion.
Yeah.
I'm toodalaloon going into Marion, and a guy turns there, and he just comes all the way over, and I had to go off the road over there to miss him. So same thing. He didn't see me, and so I understand totally, because there are blind spots. All I'm telling you is be a little extra careful.
There's a pucker factor.
Yes, it is. It's like where I live, where you come up on the road, there's a bush in a neighbor's yard up there. I don't like going that way because I can't see around the bush. I need to sneak up there after midnight.
There's some places like at 12th Street and 24th Avenue, maybe, trying to cut across 24th. Trees lined up, a foot off of the roadway, and you can't hardly see. It's something.
And another thing that I've gotten to where I don't like, like at the old courthouse, how you pull up those parking places, and all it takes is a van or a bigger vehicle parking next to you, and you can't see, and you're trying to ease back out into the road.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a camera, it makes it even that much worse.
Well, Amy's car's got a camera. My truck's got the camera, so you've got that screen and all that.
But your personal truck like mine does
My
not.
personal truck does not. But I turn around and look, and Amy's, we got the camera. I got two of them right here. I cannot give it all up and look at
It's that inch factor when you're trying to get out of that, because you literally, you can't see.
Now, hers is it's kind of neat. She's got the cameras that show up on top of the vehicle, and it does show around back, and
quit
you
bragging.
see more.
Look at him.
But yeah, I don't know how these things work.
But it's neat. I know what you're talking about. It shows the view of your car backing up. You're like,
Yeah.
wow, technology.
Yeah, and but you do get to see more. But I just don't trust the video.
I understand. I always turn around.
Yeah.
But like me yesterday, turning around, and I still didn't see it. That's how things happen there.
Yeah,
That's right.
that'll do it.
No, wasn't on the phone on that. It was one of those things where I just didn't see it. You merge, and I looked, and
Scotty Ray doesn't type going down.
I can't type
He
sitting
can't
still.
type sitting still. So
I use voice text on anything that I do.
Oh.
It just doesn't work
Yeah.
well for me. We had a police officer yesterday. I got a call that said, what's happening in Jackson, Mississippi? I see a bunch of folks gathered up in front of the federal courthouse. Something's going down. Ooh. So I started making calls, and this was what went on as we go here. He's been sentenced to 12 months to jail. Now, what did he do? This is the guy, and they're just not putting up with this stuff, that made the guy in jail lick the urine off the floor. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember something about that.
He's been sentenced. It's not going to be a pleasant 12 months.
It shouldn't be just 12 months.
That's what he's getting there as we
And
look
I
at.
think you ought to do the same thing every day that you're in there.
There you go. And here's the story as we pull this up here, as you dig deeper into this. He was a Pearl police officer, sentenced to 12 months in federal prison for acting under color of law to deprive a person of their civil rights. He's 26 years old. He has been sentenced, and then, of course, it goes into all the details of what that happened. It happened in March of this year is when that happened. FBI investigated it, and if you suspect any more of that, contact somebody. But, boy, 12 months is not going to be nice, is it?
You know, when you go to prison, I'm one of those. You don't have all the rights you do if you are not incarcerated, but you do have rights, and that one of them is not to be made to lick urine up off the floor.
That's bad.
And I'm glad he got punished.
Yeah, it's an example of you don't do this.
Should it have been a little bit more than 12 months?
Yeah, and I don't know if there was talk of this, and I don't know that it's ever been existed, because I've heard of police officers being transferred here from Memphis that had issues in Memphis, and then they show to Meridian and have the same thing happen again. Has there ever been a directory made to where that follows you wherever you go? Because as of right now, it's not.
I'm not saying that this is happening. But when you allow people who break the law,
Right.
or really go against something, you allow them to resign. Don't fire me, I'll resign. And then you go to another police department and they say, well, have you ever been fired before? No, I resigned because I wanted to move.
This is what I'm getting at.
And then they say, oh, okay, well, we'll hire you. When you were breaking the law at place 1, you're going to be breaking the law at place 2, and it's a cover-up. And when you allow that to happen, you're the one that's putting the next group of people in danger because you did not handle the situation the way it was. If you've done something, we'll just throw out rape. If you raped someone, you should not be allowed to
As a matter of fact, Odie,
resign.
I may have sent an email to the administration going, is this true? And I may not have gotten an answer.
About rape?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I sure did. Is there an investigation going on? I hadn't gotten an answer back on that. Innocent until proven guilty, but You can also answer, yes, there is an investigation ongoing. We don't have an answer. You're innocent until proven guilty, but if there's charges against someone, an investigation going on that is a police officer, I think that needs to be answered, don't you? That's just my 2 cents.
Well, I guess I opened a can of worm on that one. I didn't.
If you're on administrative leave and there's an investigation into this, I think the public should know. My email has not been answered. We'll just leave it at that. You didn't know what you were getting into, did you?
No, I didn't. I was just coming up with an example.
That's some of the things that go on. There's a lot of things if you can't prove, you can't go into. And this is just, I ask, is this true? I have yet to get an answer. We'll
they
wait
need
and see.
their certification nulled like medical practitioners get when they breach any code of conduct.
But I do think there needs to
with
be.
you on that right there.
It needs to be a network of.
It does.
This is what went on. Now, is there some times that people are accused of things they didn't do? Absolutely, but prove your point. But that thing of you resign and nobody knows causes problems in another town over and over and over, and we all know it. There's a lot of great police officers. There's some that have bent the rules, as we keep seeing like this. Should he work in law enforcement ever again? No. Y'all know that as well as I do.
Yep.
So some of the things that go thump in the middle of the night. Hey, did I mention this? We had a look over there.
Yes,
I want to show this.
And this is something that that I think is awesome. That Scotty Ray Report. Let me get that straight. Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States Auxiliary. Congratulations to Scotty Ray for unwavering support for uncommon heroes. Presented to Scotty Ray, your patriotism is appreciated and commended by the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States Auxiliary. Presented June 12th, 2024.
Can't thank them enough for coming by yesterday and presenting that. Thank y'all so much. That means a lot. We appreciate you. We got more on the way as we'll dig deeper into what's going on behind the scenes, all up and coming this morning at the Scotty Ray Report.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. I want to play this. I was, and we'll get to the other part of this where it originally started. I was down looking at where the street, we'll discuss whether or not you call it what you call it when a street's got a hole in it a little bit. But I got ready to leave, and the Meridian was getting ready to test to make sure that where the street had an issue, if the sewer pipe had a problem. So they were going to put some smoke in it, and it would come through a hole, where they could see it. So I get and leave, and next thing you know, I see the fire department go, woof. I waved at Michael Ted, and here come the fire department. Boogie there, coming down, and they arrived at the Riley Center. It was reported there's smoke inside. And what it done was when they threw the smoke in there to test the thing, it come up through a toilet and made it look like something was on fire. So that was what the scare was about. But I wanted to show you, these guys, I cannot brag on the Meridian Fire Department enough. These guys, I work with them day in, day out. I meet them on every street corner, around the corner. They go above and beyond. And I just want to show you, as they were right, the view of this is just incredible.
And they were there, Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
They were there quick. And there was 2 others that was just right down the road when they said, never mind, y'all can go back.
That's right. Now, you're going to hear some woo-woo lights and stuff here. Let me hit play here and pull this up. But I want you to watch this.
They're completely suited up, ready to go, sitting in that truck. When they get out of that truck, they're not having to worry about getting dressed and getting everything on. They're ready to go as soon as that truck pulls up. And you saw them; they're just got on scene and they're already entering.
You see who that is, don't you?
Michael Ted's on the scene. He wish he had his hair pack with him.
That's the fire chief, and he goes to. Matter of fact, I saw him last night at 10 o'clock in the middle of a street. He's going to have to start bringing donuts to me. But I just really and truly, we can't brag on them enough of the way that operation is set up and how they respond and how they help people. From somebody choking to passing out to an actual fire, they're there. And, of course, the police were blocking off the street there for everybody so they could get in to do their job. It's hand in hand, and a fantastic job that they do. Let's see here. Maybe this is why I was out there. Oh, yeah. I went to several yesterday. We had a fender bender out on Highway 45. This will be at Sam Lackey Road. Nothing serious, Odie, but still a fender bender. And the Mississippi Highway Patrol had to put their coffee down and come out and check it out and do a report on that. Those things will happen. And where was it? All right. Good news on this as we look at Highway 19 there on North Hill Street. This should be paved by the end of the weekend, possibly today. As they fix this, this was blocked off yesterday. You couldn't travel through there. This would be right past where you, on North Hill Street off of 19, where you turn in to go to Walmart and Birch Avenue. It was right up from there. So that should be being paved today and getting life back to normal. At least by the end of the weekend, they will have it. Now, I don't know what the deadline on this is, but boy, this is causing a nightmare.
Yeah, they're trying to get the tracks rebuilt there, aren't they?
Yes.
And so hopefully they'll get them up, down, and
are they putting in a homeless walkway?
Might be easier that way.
Let's just
don't
check
want
it.
them to stumble on the grass.
Man, that is a thoroughfare.
Yeah.
Of coming through there, and if you've never noticed it, that truly is. They jump off trains, it's a big thing, but it's good to have that. That's a bumpy little area, and they've done a lot of fixing that over on B Street. If you'll know, they fixed that not long ago.
Oh man, yeah, there and 31st Avenue, or was it 31st Avenue?
I believe so. Odie.
29th is a little better.
Now, a couple of these folks have had their warrants served as we go to Warrant Wednesday. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department does this every Wednesday as we pull this up. Some new names each week: Robert Reed, Gavin Franklin, Thurman Johnson. And Thurman may have already gotten his piece of paper. Roderick, I think, has. Jaquarius, maybe? And A.A. Ron. I'm going to go with that.
A.A. Ron. That's a funny commercial.
It is, if you've never watched it. But the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department puts that out weekly just for a heads up for everybody to see what's going on with that. That's a good thing. This is still, and I read what was put as we go to Jones County. A lot of people going, what happened? It's top of mind as people try to understand. This young lady has been confirmed as the deceased person found in the trunk of the car at the used car or salvage yard, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of people go, wait a minute, this doesn't add up. How can it not be a homicide and somebody in a trunk? Turns out, and I don't know how much truth is to it. We'll just tell you what we know at this point. It is being said that the person most likely climbed in a car. It was one of those that had the hatchback seats that lay down, got in the car, climbed in the trunk, and then pulled that back and then couldn't get out. Do we know that to be 100% true? No. That is what is being said. It's the only thing that sort of kind of maybe makes sense.
She, and from what I read, and it's on there, it didn't go into great detail, but where she was at work, at her employment, something happened. She had gotten hit in the head, Don't know why or whatever.
So it's delusional.
Got hit hard enough that it knocked her out. She came to, she left. She got in a car, drove off. Wrecked just right down the road. Got out of the car and left, which was right down the road from where she was found. So don't know if when she woke up from at work where she was originally hit in the head, if it messed her mind up. She wasn't thinking clear. She run out, got in the car, started to drive off, had a wreck, got out, started to go, and now she's thinking she's wanting to hide, and she may have got in the trunk of this car somehow. I hadn't gone.
And you're right. Everybody thinks there's more to this.
Yeah.
We can't prove that, but everybody is thinking that. And I don't know the answer to it, being as honest as I can be.
I want to say that they were trying to get her medical attention. They were waiting on an ambulance to get there.
And she wandered off.
And she got up and left.
I think you're right on that part.
From what I've read and from what I've seen, and I know everybody on here is probably going to think I'm crazy because everybody thinks there's something funny. And it is something strange, but right now it looks like this is all totally accident that stems from
a lick to the head.
A lick to the head because she never was thinking right. Austin said it correct. There's an autopsy that will be performed on this, and we'll be able to tell, was there something that she was hit so hard in the head that it caused her not to think correctly. She had a wreck right after because she's not in her right mind. Major concussion.
Boy, we send condolences to the family on this. This would, if it were your loved one, put yourself in that place.
Answers you need. As a human, we always want answers.
Absolutely. We got a missing kitty cat. Been missing about 4 weeks, Odie. We can't have kitty cats not at home. This old boy is healthy. He needs to eat.
This old boy that must be out there. He's on the range. He'll be back skinny.
And as always, you can contact Clark County Hot Topics with this also. This is a missing Clark. And maybe we need to get Harold on this, the donkey, to go find.
That's a she.
That's a she?
Yeah.
That's she. She's missing.
She's missing.
She's missing there.
Harold can sniff at it. And if he'd hurry up and get those goats.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We hope he gets the goats there for Harold.
And if you have a problem getting the goats to Clark County, if you'll take your goats by R.W. Gun Shop, he will hold them, and when he gets 2 or 3 of them, he'll take them over to Clark County for you. He said he travels to Clark County a lot now that he finally got a
girlfriend?
No, well, he's still got.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot. He is a lady.
He's got 4.
He is the ladies' man, isn't he?
Yeah, but he finally got a passport so he can travel into Clark County.
Oh.
So he'll hold your goats at RW's and then take them over there.
Matter of fact, I was by there earlier this week, and they were talking about when he goes on cruises, he has to get like 6 rooms to where all of his girlfriends can go, and he has to move around and not get caught.
That's why it's so expensive for him to travel.
I'm telling you, he's a player, y'all. If y'all hadn't bumped into RW, the most available man in the Clarkdale community.
All you got to do is
Bachelor.
cook a casserole.
That's it.
And you're in like Flint.
Bring him some food, you are the next.
Yeah.
That's why I went to an event at his house, and there was so many different flavors of banana pudding. We all know why they were in there.
Oh, yeah.
Taste my pudding. Come on, RW, try my pudding. He was a pudding taster.
Well, he calls them all honey and baby because he can't remember their all names. He don't want to slip up.
We'll be right back. We got this day in history. Y'all look out for that player out there. We'll be right back.
I'm Alan Hunt at Meridian Cycles, and let me tell you about some of the great deals we have this month. We have up to $3,000 rebates on side-by-sides. We have up to $1,000 rebates on four-wheelers, as well as 0% interest. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North right here in Meridian, or give us a call at 601-485-8700. Ask for Alan or Mike Boswell. We'll be glad to help you. Come see us.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride.
Are you looking for a job that could last a lifetime? Structural Steel is hiring now. With employees that have been there from 20 to 40 years, they're family owned and operated since 1975. Competitive starting wages, a 401k package, and great insurance. Immediate openings on the day shift and night shift. From entry-level helpers, welding and tacking, grinding and fitting. And the list goes on of job openings. Start your future today at Structural Steel. Call 483-5381.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
That's where we got to hit the button to come back
Here we are.
and talk there. Good morning to everyone. We do hope you're having a wonderful day. Did you know today, and where I got all confused, Odie, where I was thinking it was the 13th, I looked at the calendar when I walked in, and I thought, ooh, Friday the 13th. It's actually Thursday the 13th.
Yeah,
so
we're not there yet.
Okay. All right, let's take a step back. We got a tomcat missing. Mark?
Well, he'll be back. Now, he may be over with this other cat.
Roaming the neighborhoods,
Is this a Clark
checking
County
things
cat?
out.
Yeah.
That happens there. All right, as we look back in time, we go back to 1926. This guy was funny. He was on, what was that, The Squares?
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares. He played on there a lot. And he also played on Bewitched. I think he was the uncle. Do y'all remember Paul Lindy? Paul, how do you pronounce it, Lindy? Lindy?
Well, that's the way I'd pronounce it.
He always had that smirky.
Yeah, and I think he was Uncle.
There was Uncle something there. I should have wrote down what his character's name was on there.
Yeah.
But he did play the part there. 1951, this guy, of people that were on television, was very, very influential during his time on television. Always come off as a good guy outside of the streaking that one time. I don't know of anything bad that he ever done. He just felt the need to run in the nude.
Uncle Arthur. You're right, ain't you?
Arthur, that's right. As we go back to remember a show that is, well, we all needed a family like this family. As we remember the Waltons, Richard Thomas, John Boy.
John Boy himself
was born on this day. And, it was always cool that the guy that wrote the books would appear every now and then. He done the actual voiceover for the show. And he had such a calm, and I love that guy's voice. Worked out good there. This was a pretty big deal because in 1952, one of the last recordings that would happen, as a matter of fact, when he passed away, this would be the song on the radio, I'll Never Get Out of This World Alive. But in 1952, June 13th, he walked into a recording studio and recorded Crawfish Pie, Emilio Jambalaya, and also I'll Never Get Out of This World Alive, the legend. And of course, how ironic is that you pass away and that song
is playing
on the radio? It would go number one after he passed away.
All right, we're getting told that was Lind. Paul Lind. So just L-E-N-D.
Okay, well, I didn't know how to pronounce it.
And Uncle Arthur is it.
Earl Hammer was the guy's name from the Waltons.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, he had such a voice. You can still, I think, see that on MeTV. What a show. It really influenced if you'll remember, John Ritter, who was on Three's Company, started out as the preacher there. You remember that?
Yes, he did. He sure did.
Played a straight part there, non-funny.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that had tasted the sister's special recipe.
Now, Darlene's got an interesting question.
What's that?
She's been missing the naked man.
No one has sent me any text lately. I usually have an inbox full of naked man's out, but
he must have stumped his toe.
I hadn't heard hiding her hair.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So if you get a spotting, please let us know. This guy couldn't make it without his sidekick. They worked really good together. He would go on to have another TV show, be thrown off for a little while before it was brought back again. Who am I talking about? Tim Allen. He was born on today in 1953. Tim the Tool-Time Man, and I don't know what his character's name was on Last Man Standing, but I've watched a few of the reruns now, and that's not a bad show.
No, it's not. It is funny. And
stood up for Jesus Christ. There's not many people that do that.
Yeah. Golly. And I should have known what
the character's name was.
The character's name, and I can't think of it.
But I like that show.
Yeah.
Naked Man, they start panhandling. Can't run him off if you don't run the others off.
All right, Carl said it is Tim Taylor on the show, too.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Who's Mike?
I don't know. Kim said Naked Man fell in the sinkhole. That's pretty funny right there.
I don't care who you are. 1972, the show would come to an end. The Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour.
Yeah.
I can remember seeing portions of that. Not my favorite show. It wasn't a hee-haw by any means.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, you get the hee-haw, honeys. It really changes things.
Georgia had it. Mike. That was his name in Last Man Standing.
Mike
That's
Baxter.
it. Mike Baxter.
Good show.
Yeah, Georgia and Kim both had that correct.
And if y'all remember during the cancellation move, that show got canceled and then brought back on another network.
Sure did.
And that was good. Y'all remember this. Alfalfa just couldn't handle it. She had such an attraction to Alfalfa, he couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Darla? She would pass away in 1979 on this day. I didn't realize that she'd made it that far. In 1979 from the Little Rascals, Darla. What was it that Alfalfa would sing? I'm in the mood for love, and he sang as bad as we do.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah. Yeah. Only him.
Let's see what's happening. Oh, this was that show where they lived in the camper outside the hospital. Trapper John.
Trapper John, M.D.
Yeah, that was Parnell Roberts. You'll remember him from Adam.
Yep.
Bonanza. And was that Gonzo, or what was his name? Wasn't that his character's name on that?
Oh, I can't remember.
It seems like it was Gonzo for some reason. It's been many a year since I don't even see that in reruns.
Angie said, where's the sinkhole going to pop up? We're putting together a square grid, and we're going to sell those.
I think another one is coming.
And we're going and go ahead and buy a square. And if you win the square where a pothole comes up, or
we'll give a T-shirt.
You get you get it. That's just wrong.
It's funny though.
It's kind of like a chicken drop. We're going to do a pothole drop.
It's almost every day. And then I'll tell you about my conversation with him of the. What is it? What's it called? It was kind of back and forth. 1981, Chris Evans is born. Who is he, you say? I wouldn't have known either. But I do recognize his face. Captain America has a birthday today. Born in 81. Yes, he was. Let's see what else. Dang. This was a funny show. He had a lot of things. Caddyshack will be hard to top, though. I get no respect.
Back to School was funny.
It was. His kid was in college, so he joins them. And went back to college also.
Yeah.
These two, they're multi-millionaires. They've made a lot from the TV show to clothing lines and everything that they've done. The twins, Mary-Kate and Ashley, born in 86 on this day.
They was going through some major problems, or at least I know one of them was.
And I hadn't seen their name in the news lately.
I hadn't either.
Everything's focused on Ben, and if he's getting a divorce, is J-Lo leaving him? I could care less.
That was the worst Batman they ever made. Ben Affleck.
I didn't know he was Batman.
Yeah, he this last one they came out with. He's got some good movies, but Batman
the Accountant. You can't beat. Was that not good?
And I heard there's a number 2 coming out, and I can't wait for that.
Got some more taxes to file?
Probably so. That was an awesome movie.
Y'all check that out if you ever get a chance there. 1987, of all the songs this man has done, this is probably the one that floats to the top. No matter what. I can still see the video. Videos were very new in 1987 to all of us.
Yeah.
Country music television. And I can see him standing there at the wedding as we go back to remember Randy Travis had a #1 song with Forever and Ever. Amen. Last night I dug your picture. Boy, that just paints a picture as well.
Yeah.
Randy Travis was that where country was going pop there toward the end of the 80s. Randy Travis come onto the scene and it went come to a screeching halt. And they said, we like this traditional stuff. It's too late to save country music now.
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone. We just want to warn you. 1995, this old boy, that you see him a lot on our show. We can't help but do it because he is the king.
Yep.
He had released a song today called Lead On. The man, the only George Strait.
He was a good one. You all right?
No, I got you. Excuse me. 2000. I don't know what happened, Odie.
It was wrong pipe.
It did. 2003, the next installment, when Tim Allen was still on the show, Toy Story 3 came out today.
And there's, 5 of them?
I know at least 4. It may be 5.
I know I've seen 3. I don't know if I've seen 4 of them.
Let's see. I'd almost forgotten about this guy. 2008, he worked on NBC's Meet the Press. I'll be honest with you, I thought he was still with us, but he's not, as we go back to remember Tim Russell. I never watched that network.
I didn't either.
But I know the face from elections.
Yeah, I've watched TV shows on our network, but never.
Man, he's been gone. That's a long time, and I'm just now realizing he ain't with us no more.
Yeah,
At the bottom of this mine lies a big, big man. Big John.
Bad John.
Who remembers that? You care for a sausage? He was known as a sausage. Jimmy Dean passed away on this date back in 2010. And, of course, Big Bad John was just...
And, talking about AI, all of Jimmy Dean's commercials still use his voice.
Sure do. He had an incredible voice. Mm-hmm. But he was it. Anybody remember... You sure I ain't gonna go there. Dueling Banjos, Burt Reynolds, Deliverance. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of other movies, but that's the one that put his name on the map. Ned Beatty passed away in 2021. You've seen that face. He played a lot of sheriffs, but
he played on Superman as what's the nemesis?
Yeah.
Lex Luthor.
He was Lex Luthor.
He wasn't, but he worked for Lex.
Okay.
Luthor.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, was what's his name?
I think old boy that got in all that sexual trouble up in Washington.
Well, one time, what's his name played it? That played in the westerns.
There's a movie called 21 that talked about some college kids that went to Vegas counting cards.
Missed that one.
And he was it's an awesome movie. And he was the teacher, the guy who played Lex Luthor.
Who was in with Will Smith the movie about Enemy of the State? What's the guy's name that was in there that played the guy that done all the work, that was smart? He played Lex Luthor. You know what I'm talking about? I'll look it up in just a moment. He was also in that war movie.
Biden plays banjo on the front porch. That's Striker Ace.
Gene Hackman is who I was trying to think of. Gene Hackman played Lex Luthor.
He did play one of them. He sure did. The one that was right after Gene. Golly, Spacey.
Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey. That's him.
He's a little bit politically way left than where I am. I really liked him in...
Oh, yeah, he's so far left, he's behind.
Yeah. And speaking of that, that show he was really good in it. House of Cards, until they got to a scene that I went, I'm done with this.
Never seen it.
I never went back. Great. It really shows what can go on in Washington. But I got a line, and once you cross it, like The Walking Dead, when they brought the baseball that was over for me. I never went back again.
Connie, I'm with you. The best Batman out there was Christian Bale.
Huh.
Hands down.
More coming up. Scotty Ray and Odie, good morning. Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as your built-in. are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Welcome back. We want to remind you when it comes to, well, taking care of a car, this is the place you go to. Chet's Paint and Body. You'll find them there in Center Hill. They take care of you, a handshake. They do the job right. So many people reuse him over and over. Why? He's good at what he does. That's the office. Drop in today. If you've got an insurance claim, anything like that, drop by and let them explain how that works. They'll work with you, get you lined up where you can get your car picked up. If you've got to do a rental, they do all that for you there. Good folks, and they stand behind what they do. Chet's Paint and Body. You can't miss it. Some great folks that work for him. He may have a fishing pole in his hand already this morning somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. If he's back on from his vacation, I think he is.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy yourself there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let's go to the latest sinkhole. And I say sinkhole. I was told that I was wrong on this. Let me show some pictures here. I think it was David Hodge with the City of Meridian that came up to me when I got to this. That's the beginning of a hole there. And as we go through the pictures here, that's what it looked like. To me, it looks like a sinkhole because it's sunk and it's a hole there.
Well, if you look, that particular area right there has been dug up before.
It has.
That previous.
Let's go back. Yeah, it's been dug up.
It's been dug up
several times.
Right through there. So.
And I'll show you the picture here in a second as we get to this. This is right down. They came out and put the cones around it real quick. And then, you know what that is?
A concrete.
That's the old trolley. The metal's still in the streets. It's still there. I don't know what the wood was doing there, but they started to repair that yesterday, and hopefully they'll have this repaired before long. But David, he was telling me, and I think most people look as a hole in the road is either a sinkhole. You can use the word cave-in pothole, but he was very adamant to me about I was calling it wrong, calling it a sinkhole. And I said, well, what do you call what happened up at IHOP? It sucked a car up.
No, it sucked like 13 of them.
Yeah, they were gone. To me, that's a sinkhole. I don't care how you slice it, what you do. It's a sinkhole to the common man. Now, as he said, well, you're reporting it wrong. Maybe I miscalled it. The average person is going to refer to that. If you get down to it and you do the science below it, was it something because the dirt was moved? Maybe so. Average person on the street is going to call it a sinkhole, a pothole, whatever it is, a hole in the street. And as I told him, I said, I mean no harm. It's just to inform people that there's a hole in the street so you won't lose your Honda or your Toyota and have to go get a new one. So as they happen in more potholes, sinkholes, or a cave-in occurs, we will be there to report it. So very nice folks, and we wish them luck there because it is a lot of work goes into this. Street was blocked off in front of the Riley Center yesterday on 5th Street as they do the repairs on this. So we look to have this fixed before too long there. Hard at it.
Good deal.
Hopefully it'll be taken care of. So you name it what you want, and that's the way you do it. So where we go, let's see what else we've got here. Oh, we had an incident in Clark County. Whoop, whoop. Here you go, Odie, another fender bender.
Oof.
Our friends at Clark County Hot Topics said, I don't think anybody was hurt, but again, we had some fender benders going on there. Let's see. As we get near the top of the hour, we're going to be giving away a coffee mug. I don't know if you're interested in this, but I saw this yesterday. Newsmax, so you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
They kind of got a little bit more popular as Fox News went down the tube.
They did. I mean, they come up real quick.
Here's what's going on there. It looks like they are going public, and they're going to be offering shares to investors. So if you're an investment, Newsmax going on the block there if you're interested in buying some stocks. I didn't know that was even in the works there.
I didn't either.
So, predictions. This guy is supposed to have guessed every election since, 84, I think. He's gotten them all right. He's still claiming that Biden will win the election. After I read this and his prediction, he says that Biden will have to really mess up in between now and the election not to win.
He does that today?
He says that the conviction is not going to sway the election one way or the other. Do you think that?
I think it's brought more support into Trump. I mean, look at what happened with Trump when it all comes up. When some other things go wrong in a court and somebody's been found guilty, a certain group has gone out and turned cars over, burned buildings, made riots and all that. So Trump, with the support of a majority of the Americans, did not agree with the outcome. They did zero burning, zero rallies going against what was done. Instead, they opened their pocketbook and gave the man money to support his
Have you seen
cause. $100 and something million
it's a lot of
in
money.
like 2-3 days. That's the support. That's what the American people see.
And I haven't listened to it. I've only seen the written version of this. Have you seen that to where the video is emerging of Nancy Pelosi in the backseat of the Tahoe saying she didn't call the National Guard on purpose up there? Yeah, I haven't listened to it all.
Well, he asked, while he was president, he asked for them to get the National Guard up there. And they refused. Pelosi, it had come out that Pelosi and what's his name, Scatterbrain, they said, no, they're not bringing that up there.
Other news here, we talked about this yesterday, the guy that is the hot dog champion there, not going to be allowed in that contest because he's supported a different brand. Yeah. Netflix, well, they're letting him come on and they're going to get another contest going. You'll be able to watch it on Netflix if you're a big hot dog eating fan. So that's some of the things that's going on. Let's see here. Have you ever been to Disney?
Yeah, when I was a little feller. I was like about 5, maybe.
I have never been. They're saying that the average American can no longer afford to go there, that the prices have just gotten so out of hand, from drinks to even staying there.
Like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000
to make a trip there.
No, that's just for the tickets to get in.
Oh, yeah. No wonder we didn't go. But kids love it, but it has gotten it. And there's been some knockoff theme parks starting. Why I brought that up, there's some other parks beginning. They're going to be at lower rates that are similar to where families can do something affordable. But,
they've
we're
got all these
strained.
Shows and stuff that really...
Dollywood is a knockoff, so to speak. Six Flags is kind of similar to what you'll find there. Of course, you won't see Mickey Mouse or anything like that, but...
I'm not paying $5 million or $5,000 to go see my Mickey Mouse anyway.
Mickey Mouse. I'd
rather go up there and just,
Yeah.
He will take away all middle-class benefits. I was much better off as a middle class under Trump than I ever was, especially under Biden or any other Democrat in a national position.
Oakland, California, we see where a 77-year-old man has been arrested. And I hope they re-examine this case. He was protecting his home. Burglars broke in. He fired. He's being arrested for the murder of this after the shooting. We hope things change on this. We'll see. Sometimes they are. I don't guess they have castle law in California to protect your property. And that might be why it is...
well, of course not. Not there.
And this scares me, Odie. As we've talked about cashless societies, we see this, Marion it no longer has the bank that used to be there.
That's right.
Nationwide, they're closing branches at an alarming rate and leaving only the big ones, because what they're saying is so many people use online banking now instead of going into a physical bank. I myself like to be able to go in and talk smack with Lisa and the girls and ask them how the weekend went.
I like that. I like the personality.
Yeah.
That goes with
if I'm in a hurry, I'll go through the drive-thru. But I like seeing people. That's just me.
Yeah.
But will this become a thing of the past, as a newspaper did? It's not what it used to be. As times change, is this coming?
You know, money being the root of all evil.
Only if you love it, though.
What they say.
It's the love of
it.
money.
Well, what I'm getting with is this merger. Why are these smaller banks merging? Because these bigger banks are waving enough cash in front of them to say, hey, I'll buy it. And they go, oh, I'll take the money and you can have my banks. I guess we're going to where corporations own everything instead of mom and pops and individual stores. And I think that's going to be a downfall of a lot of what we see in society. Look at what we've got now, all our mom and pops, and you got Walmart shut them down. Look at our hospitals, and I really go back, and I'm not talking about our hospitals and everything. Go back 20 years ago, just 20.
Oh, we were very competitive here.
Because we were locally owned hospitals. Now we are not. Now, whatever reason, I'm not going to get into why I think somebody sold, but as a corporate-owned hospital, on both of them, are we better off now, or were we better off 20 years ago when they were owned by a local family? Same with banks. I want a bank that's owned by a local family more than I want to be owned by a corporation or a board of investors. I'd rather go to a grocery store that's locally owned and not one that's owned by a group of investors.
I see what you say. Keep the money local.
Keep the money local.
A lot of life flights out of Meridian. A lot of those. And we see that often. But like you take Black & Decker, used to be a company. I think it's owned by DeWalt now. They're made in the same manufacturing, they've got a different color. It's the same product.
Well, look at our bread. 18 different loaves of bread with 18 different companies come out the same bread. Many moons ago, Odie, I was by day a milkman and I worked at the radio station at night. I had to have 2 jobs, but there ain't no milk made here no more. There is no distribution out of here of milk anymore. Gone are those days. And they call me the milk man. Oh, that's gone. Oh, you got 2 kids?
Yeah, just 2. Okay. Just two. I got locked in my truck a couple times. That was just downright mean. I want to just tell you, because you couldn't get out. The refrigeration unit.
You didn't get hot, did you?
No, you didn't. Scotty Ray and Odie.
Tired of buying cars with no warranty? Are you worried about your car breaking down? Come see us at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the only dealership in Meridian that gives you a 7-year unlimited mileage powertrain warranty on qualified new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Buy with confidence. We'll take care of you for 7 years, new and used, at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A mission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
You know, anytime Mississippi is brought up in headlines, I can't help but stop and try to figure out what went on there. We go to Little Rock, Arkansas for our next story. As a Mississippian was passing through town. And we got wasn't it Jeff Foxworthy that promoted the Golden Corral there forever? Wasn't he the spokesperson?
I think it was.
Yes, sir. They stopped at the all-you-can-eat buffet. Tamara. No, Tamika is the mama. Tamara is the child, and Tamara starts not feeling well.
Ooh.
She gives birth to a baby right up in the Golden Corral and doesn't know that she's pregnant. I don't know much about these things. I have heard of that before, people saying they had no idea. Maybe they did show, but that's what happened there. Doesn't tell what part of Mississippi they were.
That's as crazy as some people up here say.
I've heard it though before. They said there was no signs, and then wham, she says she didn't know she was, and then gave birth. Everything. I think everybody's okay.
That's good, and I'm glad.
Where were you born? The Golden Corral.
The Golden Corral.
Kind of reminds me of Ricky Bobby, where his mom and daddy met.
Oof. Yeah.
Down at the Applebee's.
And a guy saying, we need to buy local and quit buying out of town. Well, who got rid of...
That'd be Bill Clinton.
Oh, wait a minute. He was a Democrat?
And that's what I think.
Oh, so the Democrats got rid of American jobs.
But no matter what side of the fence you vote, and I'm being dead serious on this, whether you're Republican, you're Democrat, or if you're an independent voter, for our country, and we should really sit back and look at this. No matter who you are, during COVID, you couldn't get things. Do y'all remember when you couldn't buy a new car? If you had a lawnmower and you couldn't get a part to it, a washing machine, and it got to the point to where if it just arrived there, it didn't matter the cost. You couldn't argue. You had to buy it or you didn't get it. And there's one reason only. There's nothing made in America anymore. Even the few things that are assembled in America, they have most of their parts made in other countries. The only way that our country could sustain a huge attack is to be, again, independent from other nations. And we have all the resources here to build everything that is made. And I hope that one day we do get that back. Now, is there going to be tough to fill jobs? There's a lot of people come to our country that probably want a job. We need to build it back. Let's make manufacturing, I hate to even say it, great again.
Well,
but it's true. We need that here.
You've got to work both of these. Medicine is made in China because we need
it here.
Get rid of jobs and start handing out checks.
But but let's go back further than that. You get into this to where profit is what matters most over quality.
Well, you're right.
And we have so many companies now that's worried about giving that CEO a $20 million bonus if he can make the profits go up. Take care of your employees, and your company will sustain because they want to come to work. They're happy. They're whistling, so to speak. It's a great place to work. We've lost that connection in between ownership and the employees to where you're just a number. If you're good to your people, they will stay with you through thick and thin, even when others offer them a higher paying wage. Sometimes the conditions are better where you are. Trust me.
And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. When you don't have a guy who built a business or took over a family business and continues to run that business, now a lot of it is a boardroom.
Yeah, it
is not ran from here. Most likely brought someone in from another state to come in and run this local place while your 8 to 11 board members who are running multiple other companies are making your decisions of what goes on here. They don't know the neighborhood. They don't know the community. They don't know the city. They don't know the county. They don't know the state. And they don't understand what it's doing because they don't care. They look at one thing. I spent this. I made this. And did I make enough?
Sometimes losing money or breaking even is the best way for customer satisfaction. And I do agree. Les, you do make a lot of sense there. It's gotten to the point with some of these unions to where, like me and Odie are standing here. I can't plug in the electric to the wall, the electric plug to the wall because the union doesn't allow that. He has to do it. And if he were on break, I'd have to shut down operations till he come back. Sometimes unions are great. Sometimes it runs companies out of business because they can't afford it. Just a few small thoughts. We're not trying to harp anybody. Somebody said those are called ghost pregnancies, that it can't happen. A ghost pregnancy happened here, right there, somewhere along there.
Yep.
Yeah, ghost pregnancy.
Okay.
And I
I have investigated a spontaneous combustion, and they do happen. So I guess
years later, what is it?
Okay.
Ancestry.com has had some mysteries. Ghost pregnancy show up 30 years later.
Boy, yeah, you know, you being a milkman, you hadn't submitted your DNA, have you?
I don't submit nothing to them people. All right, we need to do some birthdays, Odie. Who's having one today?
Golly. Yeah, so, all right, so birthdays today. We've got Philip Barrett, 37 years old today. Cindy Tears, 53. Greg Creel, 54. Hallie Massey Barrett is 36. Chuck Smith's having a birthday today. Ben Vincent's having a birthday today. We've got Dennis Griffith, 65 years old today. Paula Lewis Norris, 60 years old today. And we know Lauren Rose is having her 17th anniversary. We didn't know who, but she said she's having an anniversary today for 17 years. So happy anniversary. And we're going to get over here and hit that and click this and do that and hit that go button. And we're going to see Ben Vincent. Happy birthday. You are the winner of the Scotty Ray Report Hyundai of Meridian coffee mug. Go by Hyundai of Meridian on Highway 39 and get that cup and pick it up. So
had a question just a moment ago. They wanting to know, I heard sirens in Stonewall and I heard them in Enterprise. What's going on? It was a test. They were just testing the sirens to make sure they work. If you live there, nothing to worry about.
Oh, good deal.
I know a lot of people thought it was an alarm for Anthony to go get a donut, but that was not what it was.
It wasn't Harold, was
it? Feed me. Maybe that's what it was. All right, Odie, let's, as we get ready to leave, as always, we like to leave on a note that is good, about the good Lord above. What's our Bible verse of the day?
Bible verse today is coming from Mark 6, verse 31. Then, because so many people were coming and going that they did not even have a chance to eat, he said to them, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." So they went away by themselves in a boat to a solitary place. One thing that you need to do is to read your Bible. Start at the beginning and read a chapter a day, a book a day, whatever it is, and enjoy the peace of what the Lord has for us and the love that he has for us. Go today. Ask him into your heart, forgive you of your sins, and begin a new life. Man, I've enjoyed it.
I have too.
We've run this through again, and we'll be back tomorrow to start your... you've got my days messed up. Tomorrow's Friday. We told you it was coming. Wanted to make sure.
We'll have the four back together tomorrow.
Yeah.
Julia comes back to challenge Greg. Can she take him down? Has she studied? Will she cheat tomorrow?
Yeah,
Will it be fair?
Yeah. Well, they'll be back. We'll see if she'll have wardrobe malfunction. I think she was using that to try and
distract
Greg.
Oh, it could have been.
But
join us tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, man, we love you. We'll see you then. Have a great day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.